File in this Jan. 16, 2010. File photo President Barack Obama. Center. Walks out of the Oval Office of the White House with former Presidents Bill Clinton, left, and George W. Bush, right, to deliver remarks in the Rose Garden at the White House in Washington. Three former presidents say they'd be willing to take a coronavirus vaccine publicly once one becomes available, to encourage all Americans to get inoculated against a disease that has already killed more than 273,000 people nationwide. AP photo Pablo Martinez Monsivais. File in this Jan. 16, 2010. File photo President Barack Obama. Center. Walks out of the Oval Office of the White House with former Presidents Bill Clinton, left, and George W. Bush, right, to deliver remarks in the Rose Garden at the White House in Washington. Three former presidents say they'd be willing to take a coronavirus vaccine publicly once one becomes available, to encourage all Americans to get inoculated against a disease that has already killed more than 273,000 people nationwide. AP photo Pablo Martinez Monsivais. File. Washington. AP. Three former presidents say they'd be willing to take a coronavirus vaccine publicly once one becomes available, to encourage all Americans to get inoculated against a disease that has already killed more than 273,000 people nationwide. Former President Barack Obama said during an episode of SiriusXM's The Joe Madison Show, airing Thursday, "I promise you that when it's been made for people who are less at risk, I will be taking it. I may end up taking it on TV or having it filmed, just so that people know that I trust this science," Obama added. Advertisement. That may not be possible for the foreseeable future, though. The Food and Drug Administration will consider authorizing emergency use of two vaccines made by Pfizer and Moderna later this month, but current estimates project that no more than 20 million doses of each vaccine will be available by the end of this year. Each product also requires 2 doses, meaning shots will be rationed in the early stages. Healthcare workers and nursing home residents should be at the front of the line. The Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, an influential government advisory panel, said earlier this week that encompasses about 24 million people out of a U.S. population of around 330 million. Still, former President Bill Clinton would definitely be willing to get a vaccine as soon as one is available to him, based on the priorities determined by public health officials, spokesman Angel Arania said. And he will do it in a public setting if it will help urge all Americans to do the same, Arania said in a statement Thursday. Arania declined to answer a question on whether Clinton's team has been in touch with advisors to other former presidents about perhaps setting up a joint public immunization session whenever that might be possible. Former President George W. Bush's chief of staff, Freddie Ford, told CNN that the former president recently asked him to meet with Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease expert, and Dr. Deborah Birx, the White House coronavirus response coordinator, to let them know that, when the time is right, he wants to do what he can to help encourage his fellow citizens to get vaccinated. First, the vaccines need to be deemed safe and administered to the priority populations, Ford told the network. Then, President Bush will get in line for his, and will gladly do so on camera. Advertisement. The only other living former president, Jimmy Carter, who at 96 is the oldest ex-president in U.S. history, has not said if he'd seek a public vaccination to boost people's confidence. Deanna Congelio, a spokesperson for the Carter Center, did not immediately respond to a message-seeking comment. Still, the overlapping sentiments by the other 3 former presidents come as the U.S. recorded more than 3,100 COVID-19 deaths in a single day, far outpacing the record set last spring. The number of Americans hospitalized with the virus has eclipsed 100,000 for the first time, and new cases have begun topping 200,000 a day. According to figures released Thursday, President Donald Trump was asked this summer if he would consider being the first to take the vaccine to send a message that it was safe. The president said that going first could also lead to accusations that he was being selfish, but that he would take it if recommended to do so. Full coverage. Coronavirus pandemic. I would absolutely, if they wanted me to. If they thought it was right, I would take it first or I would take it last, Trump said during a July interview with Fox News. You know that if I take it first, I will be. Either way, I lose on that one. Right. Quote, making the president among the first to get the vaccine could indeed be controversial, though, given that he tested positive for the virus so recently. Vaccine trials excluded volunteers who had overt diagnosed infections, including those who had gotten treatment for the virus, which Trump had in October. During the presidential campaign, Trump's re-election team tried to criticize challenger Joe Biden as being anti-vaccine. But the former vice president said months ago that he'd take a vaccine tomorrow if one became available. Biden, now president-elect, hasn't commented on the prospect of undergoing immunization publicly to inspire confidence. He warned on Wednesday that the spread of the coronavirus pandemic over the next 2 months could kill at many his 250,000 more people, though he didn't offer details to back up his assessment, which is far bleaker than projections by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. You cannot be traveling during these holidays, Biden told the public, as much as you want to. Associated Press writer Kevin Frecking contributed to this report from Washington. This story has been corrected to fix spelling of Birx.